Hey YouTube, my name's Matthew, this is Cookbooks, and today we are going to talk about music theory. Now don't be afraid of that word theory, okay? Because that's just a way for people to be afraid of music, okay? That's one way to get people to sit in the seats and watch other people perform, okay? It's really not scary. In fact, music is just a measurement. Just like time, you have 12 hours in a day. You use seconds, minutes, hours, days as your measurements of time. Look at a ruler. You have inches, you have feet, you can have meters, centimeters, millimeters. So it's just another measurement, but this time it's a measurement of sound. So that's the one thing, if you are fearful of music theory, just get that in your mind that it's just measurements. Super easy. It's just like math. You don't have to have all this algebraic equations when it comes to this because it's all patterns. It's all it is. It's just beautiful patterns in the form of sound. So today we are going to discuss how to measure sound. And I'm not talking about hertz because that would be the unit of stuff like they use decibels and they use this and that. That's all scientific mumbo jumbo that all the people that know what they're talking about, they're probably talking about that in a different channel. Not here. We're not talking about that here. I have no idea what that is. So, we are just going to stick with writing on this whiteboard. Now, I have this shape up here, a circle with 12 different letters on there in place of the digits on a clock, and C is 12 o'clock because C is our default position. Don't ask me why. I have no idea why they chose C to be that default position. It could be having to do with that hertz stuff, but again, why would they label that C? I have no idea. There is something out there though. A is supposed to be represented as 440 hertz. So there might be something about that. Today we're not worried about that. We're looking at the C scale. How do we construct the C scale? So, just like I told you with the measurement stuff, you also use units when creating scales. And those two units, just like inches and feet, are whole steps, WH, OLE, and half steps, HALF. And they are represented with a W and an H. Now, to get a C major scale or C Ionian scale, you've probably heard that term once or twice before and was scared of it. Don't worry about what the term is, because it really means nothing in music. It's just a location name. We are going to figure this thing out together. So, to make a major scale, in this case Ionian, you have this pattern. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Before I get further along with this, we need to know what a whole step is and what a half step is in relation to this circle. Okay? Well, again, if we look at math, 1/2 step plus another half step, that equals a whole step. So, half plus half equals whole. And there are 12 half steps. So we have 12 half steps. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 whole steps, right? Because of math, right? 6 whole steps. 6 whole steps. Now, if we start at C, which is right here, and we do this pattern, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, we come up with this. You got C to D, that's the whole step. D to E, that's a whole step. You got E to F, which is a half step. Whole, whole, half. Now we have whole, 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 half. So we have E to G, I'm sorry, F to G. Then we have G to A to B, and B to C finishes the scale. Now I created this very cool disc. This thing right here is something I made several years back, and I've been selling them at the store that I work at $19.99. This little disc in the center rotates. Notice how my diagram up here does not rotate. I could literally take that shape and twist it if I wanted to. And here's my opportunity with this. Here's your opportunity with this. We are going to use this disc at some point in the near future. Now, let's continue on with this pattern. So we said that your C scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So let's use a different marker. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Where were the half steps with this? Well, if you look up here on the chart, we had E to F and B to C. Those were your half steps. So we had E to F, B to C. And what's very unique about this whole concept right here is that there are very few scales that will have those 4 letters next to each other. Those 2 letters there and those 2 letters there. You'll not have maybe 2 scales like that, aside from your modal scales, okay? But in this case here, if you are in the key of C, you're going to have an E and an F right next to each other. I'll get into this at a later time, but here's something cool. If you're in the key of F, you're also going to have that half step right next to each other. If you're in the key of G, you have the B and C next to each other. Well, if you're in the key of C, which you are here, you also have that B and C next to each other. So it's kind of cool. You can split your scale in half. 4 letters on one side, 4 on the other. And you come up with some incredible patterns. Now, I'm not getting into that theory as to why that is or anything like that right now in this video. I just wanted to share with you some very fascinating tidbits of information because today I got this whiteboard and I just wanted to have some fun with it. So, in your next video, I'm going to share with you other scales, and we are going to kind of dabble a little bit more in this modal scale wheel that I created. Now, if you want, you can actually find this wheel. I believe it might still be on eBay, but if it's not, I'm going to have to put it up there. But you can also go on Redbubble.com, and if you go on Redbubble.com, you'll see other products that I've made as well. So in order to get to Redbubble.com, you need to go onto my YouTube info page, and click on the link in my description, okay? And that's how you'll find some stuff. Now, as for my disc, the only place that I can sell this currently is eBay online, because I don't have my own website yet. So eventually I'll get there, I think. But as for right now, we're just having fun. We're learning music theory. Now, recap. What did we learn today, guys? We learned that to measure a musical scale, you have two units, a whole step and a half step. And two half steps equal a whole step. And when you moved that logic over to the scale over here, and you started with the key of C, you already learned that the pattern for the C scale is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So you go C to D is a whole step, E, F, G, A, B, and from B to C is a half step. So there you go, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notifications button too, so you can get my content in a more timely manner. And guys, I have more videos out there than just music theory. There is biblical information out there. I also have some book reviews, fun stuff. I'm just a little guy right now. I think there's like 70 people subscribed to me. I'm very, very grateful that they've subscribed to me, because it kind of gives me a boost in my own life. Everybody has hard times. So, anyways, guys, have a fantastic, blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video.